So it's 5:50 in the morning. We're in a random parking lot near my house and we're finally on the way to go pick up my dream car. A lot of people say that saying on YouTube, but this truly is my dream car. This is a car I've been thinking about every single day since I was like 5 years old, and we're finally on the way to go pick it up. For those of you guys that have been following along with the channel, you would have seen when we installed an OEM hitch and wiring harness on my daily Highlander, and it was in preparation for this day so we could go pick up my car from the port. Me and Chamba behind the camera are about to drive all the way from the Bay Area to Long Beach to go pick up my car and drive back in one day. This is gonna be the ultimate test for my daily with this like tow setup. Worst case scenario, we'll just unload the car before the Grapevine, drive it through the Grapevine and load it back up. But I think it'll be fine. What do you think, Chamba?
No, it should be fine.
Yeah, we're gonna go more into detail about the car when we get a little bit closer, but I hope you guys are ready to follow along for the journey. I know a lot of people on YouTube say they're buying their dream car and all this other bullshit, but for me, this really is like my end-all be-all car, so I hope you guys enjoy. So it's 12:55 p.m. We just made it down to Long Beach after a 7-hour drive, but it was pretty smooth. The Highlander did perfect. We didn't even feel like there was a trailer back there, huh?
No, not even.
Other than the fact when we got to some parts of Long Beach, the lanes were super skinny and I was staring at the rearview mirror the entire time to make sure it was within the lanes. But yeah, me and Chamba just tried to go into the port and they basically turned us away because we need a Twic escort. And for some reason, for a Twic escort, they don't take cash. They only take a money order.
Or check.
Or a check. So we just went ahead and got a money order. Now we're gonna attempt to go pick up the car. Unfortunately, we can't film picking up the car because they don't allow you to film in government facilities. So we're gonna have to show after we pick up the car. But yeah, it was a pretty smooth drive. What do you think, Champa?
It was cool.
Let's go pick up the car.
Let's go, yeah.
This shit looks fucking crazy. So we couldn't wait to eat, so we went ahead and got some Portos. But we got the car. It looks sick as hell. The Highlander does feel a little heavier now, so we're not sure if we're gonna make it through the Grapevine. We'll give you guys an update on that. But we just wanted to make a quick clip to basically say we got the car, but we're not gonna go in detail on it yet until we get back to my house because it's on a trailer. We can't really open the doors. It was a challenge just to get out of the car. But yeah, we'll get back to the house now. So I know I said I was gonna go over the car when I get back to my house. I didn't say when that was gonna be, and it's been 2 months since we picked up the S15, but we're finally ready to go over it. I have not touched this car at all since we picked it up from the port. We actually washed it for the first time last night when we were actually gonna go over the car, but me and camera woman Aaliyah forgot that it's daylight savings time and the sun went down. So we're finally gonna go over the car together, talk about what our goals are, what was the reasoning behind buying it, and what you guys are gonna follow along with on the channel moving on forward. But yeah, I wanna start with the inside because it's my favorite part of the car and the reason I actually picked this S15 out of like all the ones I looked at. And that is because it is a factory option B blue interior car, meaning it came with the optional S15 blue Alcantara or suede, I'm not sure which one it is, blue seats with the SILVIA like logo in the seats themselves, along with the matching door panels on both sides. And then it also came with two things that I didn't even know came on option B cars. The steering wheel, which is very clapped, is also blue stitch instead of red stitch to match the blue interior, but this one is fucking disgusting, so you can't really see it. And the shift knob, which is automatic on this car, is also blue. But yeah, and then also this being a Spec S, which is a non-turbo variant of the S15, it's supposed to have like the base model black cluster and all that other stuff, but because this is an option B car, it actually came with the cluster that's similar to the Spec Rs, where it has like the silver face, which I think is really cool. I wish it came with the option B cluster like the orange cars had, which was optional, which had like the orange dials, but they never made an option B cluster with the blue face to my knowledge. But me and the camera woman have an idea of what to do about that, so it's fine. And yeah, going back to the spec of this car, it is an automatic Spec S. And my reasoning for buying an automatic Spec S, even though for the same price I probably could have got a really clapped, rusted out manual Spec R, is I just wanted to find the cleanest chassis we could find and build up from there, because I rather swap the drivetrain rather than do like a bunch of rust repair and body work. And actually my original plan for this car was to take the drivetrain out of that super clapped white S14 behind camera woman Aaliyah and swap it into this. But then I got too attached to the 14, so we're gonna just build this car and have two drift cars so me and the camera woman could drift together. But yeah, this is my new project for the channel. I hope you guys don't think I got this for content, because this is something I've been wanting forever. And so I'm gonna build it the way I wanna do it. We're gonna go through our plans, all the stuff I already have for it, all the stuff I wanna get for it in a second. But yeah, Spec S logo because we're broke. It did come with the optional S15 factory exhaust heat shield, which no one has. It's very ugly, but it's very rare, so I like it. It also came with the factory aero spats and side skirts. And this is a factory aero car. I know a lot of people online talk about Spec R aero S15s, which doesn't make any sense to me because there's such thing as Spec S aero cars, and this is a Spec S aero car. I know a lot of people are noticing the fact there's no factory wing or aero optional front bumper. Those were two options that were basically additional to the aero package, and this car doesn't have that, but we have stuff to figure that out. This is a factory aero car, so all those people that keep saying, I want to do Spec R aero on my S15, you're brain dead, because Spec S's came with aero packages too, and this is one of them. And then it has these ugly random wheels on it. We have a solution for that we'll go over. The interior is disgusting because we haven't cleaned it yet. It smells like a 80-year-old Japanese man inside. But a cool thing about it is, since it has factory, or not factory, it has tints in the back, the rear seats aren't faded, which I haven't seen on an S15 yet. Normally the top of them are really faded. Also, shout out John. He gave me his old SILVIA floor mats because he upgraded to the G Corp ones on his S15. It also has a GPS system that doesn't work. It thinks we're in the ocean, and a clock that yells at me the entire time I'm driving. And it still says the Japanese date and time on it. I wanted to get rid of the clock. Camera woman likes it, so we're probably gonna keep that, but the GPS unit has to go. Now we're gonna go over the cons of this S15, which is similar to almost every S15. It has rust on one spot that almost every S15 rusts out on, but we'll fix it. Dang, the hood didn't want to pop. For those of you guys that know S15s, you know that they like to rust on this section on the passenger side for some reason. Driver's side too, but it's more prone on the passenger side. This one thankfully is straight surface, like there's no rot underneath, and it's very clean, so this could be fixed fairly easy. I am still gonna drill out the spot wells and get this fixed and paint the engine bay, swap a turbo drivetrain, but we'll figure that out later. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do because I'm broke, but that's like me wishful thinking. That is also the most powerful SR in the planet. It has the power of barnacles on it. You guys can see that. Straight barnacle powder. But yeah. The paint and body on this car is stupid clean. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, there's like 0 dings on this car. There's like no scratches. And that was another reason I picked this chassis out of all the chassis I looked at. It was the cleanest one I could find. It had option B interior, which was a mandatory for me. And I don't know, it's just the one that spoke to me, and it was the color the camera woman really wanted. I wanted a black one or a white one or a red or a yellow, but the camera woman said that this was her favorite color out of them, so we went with this one. So now I want to go over some of the parts I already collected for the car so you guys could get an idea of what you guys could see on the channel moving forward. So here I laid out maybe 10% of the parts I collected for the car. Like I said, this is a factory aero car, but it did not come with the aero wing or front bumper. So I picked up this bumper from my friend Colin, and it's a Aerolux replica aero bumper, but it's made out of the same materials as a genuine aero bumper. Normally, I'm not someone that likes replica parts, but this bumper I got stupid cheap from my friend Colin from Garage Speed, so shout out him. So I just decided to run it for now. And then you guys can see it has some ugly splitter on it. I just bought it just out of curiosity, and it's definitely not going to go on the car. And then I put some aero vent that have the fog lights. And if you guys know the Aerolux replica bumpers, you would know that they do not come with vents for fog lights. These are genuine fog lights and fog light bezels. If you guys look back here, you guys could see it does say Nissan on here. And I got this from my friend Julian, who has a S15 factory aero car. He gave me a really good deal on those. Shout out Julian, I love you too. So it is gonna have genuine vents, fogs, just the bumper itself is gonna be a replica. And then I did also pick up a genuine aero trunk wing with the trunk. And then I also do have the matching parcel shelf that doesn't have the third brake light, because if you guys know S15s without wings, you know the third brake light is on the parcel shelf. So I got the parcel shelf without a third brake light, but don't have it out here. And I also got the matching torsion bars so the trunk won't flop down and decapitate me if I ever pop the trunk, or the camera woman pops the trunk. But yeah, got a factory aero trunk and wing, and I also got this from my friend Julian from Canada. Shout out Julian. He really blessed me on this. Like, not even kidding. He really blessed me on this. So love you, Julian. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we are going with a very simple theme on this car because that's just who I am. I'm a very simple guy. So we picked up some genuine Ganador aero mirrors. If you guys look over here, this is the one area I cannot buy fake parts because it just hurts my heart. So we picked up some really clapped Ganadors, even though we could have got brand new replicas and it probably would have looked better. And then we also got John's old coilovers from his S15. I do not plan on running these long term, but he gave me these for free pretty much. And it's a good way to lower the car temporarily until I have money to actually get coils for the car. So we're gonna throw John's old teens on here. I have a bunch of manual swap parts. I only put out the brake pedal and clutch pedal because I didn't feel like throwing everything out here. But I have majority of the little stuff to manual swap the car. I have the pedals, master, slave, line, shifter, boot, all that stuff. The only things I don't have is the trans and drive shaft and clutch. But we are going to be manual swapping this car. Of course, it's not going to stay automatic. I only bought it automatic because it was really clean and I wanted my grandparents to be able to drive the car for a little bit, and they did drive it. They enjoy it. They think it's cool. But when they're bored of it, me and the camera woman are going to screw it up. But yeah, I also got this subwoofer box that's custom made for the 15 trunk. The guy who actually makes these in Australia doesn't sell these anymore, so good luck if you want one. I actually had a similar box made for my 14, which you guys are going to see in a future video when we do the sound system on that. But this is a custom box for the 15, and I don't believe I laid out anything else. I did not. So I'll go over this stuff too. Before the car came here, I actually ended up buying these blue Zeta 3s because I thought it would be cool to have the factory blue option B interior with blue Zeta 3s. And then once the car got here, I looked at the option B interior and I really liked it. Like, I really liked the option B factory seats. So I don't know if I'm actually gonna put these in the car, but I do have some very clean, perfect, like honestly flawless, they're just a little dirty right here, flawless Zeta 3s for it. And then keeping on with the OEM Aero theme, I somehow scored a set of flawless LM GT4s and OG Bronze. These are 2005. And I'm not sure if you guys see this. There is zero curb rash on any of these wheels. Like, these are literally the most flawless set of LM GT4s I have seen. And I got really lucky on them. If you look on the inside, spotless, stickers look brand new. These are 18/9+22, stock body S15 spec. I don't know, I just really got lucky on these. But yeah, that's a little glimpse of the stuff we're gonna be doing on this car. I also do have all of the Spec R bracing because this is a Spec S. I have every single brace a Spec R came with to convert this car to a Spec R chassis wise. I have a sound system. I have a limited edition blue stitch Nardi 340 deep, bunch of stuff. We're gonna go through it as we build the car. But Now that I'm looking at the car, I realized one thing I completely forgot to mention. The car also did come with this really rusty silencer, but Nismo O-Logo exhaust, which I believe was installed at the dealership when the car was brand new. This unfortunately is not going to be staying on the car because that thing is ugly, but it was a cool thing that came with it. But yeah, that is a little bit about the 15. I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing us build it and destroy it. Not really, it's going to be beautiful. But yeah, follow along and see what me and the camera woman, Aaliyah, do with this.